I want to know, am I crazy? Am I like a big whiny little free-to-play brat that's not actually free to play because I get tons of diamonds as a content creator? Or do you agree with me that this is nasty and they shouldn't just straight up be selling Ghan and Valderon? How the heck are you, everybody? I am Fastidious. I flippin' hate this. This thing behind me over there, I frickin' hate this. I'm getting right to the point here. You know, there's been a lot of amazing new stuff coming to the game in terms of heroes, content, events, stuff like that, and I'm not trying to take away from the good, but if I'm going to spend all this time covering this game and lauding the good, we have to point out the bad. This is bad. $70 US to buy this Legendary Hero Pact card, which is taking all these ancient exclusive heroes and making it so you can just buy them. Sure, there's a ton of risk and there's a ton of chance, a ton of probability. Of course, I have done all the math, so we'll break that down later on in this video. Quite frankly, many of you that choose to buy this will spend $70 and get absolute garbage and be really angry. Then there will be some people that buy it and they're gonna get Valderon or Ghan or Ardea or something, and it's gonna be crazy, which I also think is detrimental to the game. Overall, to me, this is a colossal L. Let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
All right, folks, so what are we looking at here? This is something, if you're new to the game, maybe you've never seen it before. It is called a Legendary Hero Pact card. So one way you can get this, for example, is when you beat Gear Raid 1, 2, and 3, Stage 18, you get, from the OG heroes in the game, you get this Legendary Hero Pact card, and randomly it will be one of them. Of course, it's not an even distribution. Nothing ever is in this game. That one actually has very favorable odds for the players. But you know, there's some chance you have a draw, you like draw the ticket and you get it. That thing is free to play, right? You can earn it. However, since I believe, I want to say Thanksgiving, they've had these pay to win pact cards that typically, I know they've done some with class, you know, what hero type they are, like fighter and mage, stuff like that. I know for sure they had a fighter one. Let me know about the other stuff in the comments, guys. You know, I don't really like this pay to win stuff, but very consistently they've had it with factions. So I believe we started off, I'm trying to remember, I believe it was the Piercer Pact card and the Northerner Pact card. And actually, if we go all the way back, I'll find this, give me 1 second. Yes, here we go. If we go all the way back, I'll make myself teeny tiny. Seamus and I did a big study, and thank you to everyone who participated back then, to see what those chances were. So if we go here, you can see we had all these submissions for all the different packs. I think in the end it came out to like 180 unique submissions, and we got this kind of distribution to see what people were getting from those packs. And we had these numbers over here, and we had kind of this sample size. Not everybody bought the packs, not everyone participated in our survey, but we've been tracking this stuff for a long, long time. Actually, after this thing came up, let me pull the game up once again. What we did was we got from T, huge shout out to Terran, he got the internal rates from the game file, and we confirmed that at least on that Piercer pack, the way it shook out, where there were 5 non-Lord heroes, each one of them you had an 18% chance to get, and then there was one Lord hero, which was Araka. That was the only Lord from the Piercers at the time. And also, let's just use this moment to talk about it, they never allowed ancient exclusive heroes to be in these packs to begin with. So someone like Pelagius, even though he was a Piercer, I don't even think he was out at the time, but he would not have been able to be in the pack back in the day, right? You had your 5 available Piercer legendaries at the time. They all had an 18% chance. Aracha had a 10% chance. It was annoying to me that there was this super pay-to-win thing, but it was very straightforward. There were rules to it. You had your basic legendary lord, that was Araka. She had a lower rate to be obtained than the other legendaries, and they all had a perfectly even rate, which was very cool. You had like the same chance to get Absent as you did Hex. That was a nice thing. It was very pay to win, but it was approachable. I thought it was done somewhat gracefully, especially once we did our research and then Terran confirmed it with the game file data. Not a huge deal. However, since then, I've been beating the drum that if they ever introduce this with ancient exclusive heroes, and particularly these ancient exclusive lords, we might have a big, stinky old problem on our hands. And here they go. I actually think Destined, Aresis, Panther, Rakanchi, and probably T as well, the whole Leak Boys crew, they talked about the fact that the Chaotic Pact might be coming, and then soon after the Arbiter Pact might be coming, which now it seems is all but confirmed. So if you're a big pay-to-win guy that wants an easy Praetus, there you go. So we've known maybe it was in the works, but to see it finally arrive here now, to me, is something I'm not happy about. So back in the day, I said if they made it so you could just buy Praetus, I would just quit the game. And I'll tell you, I'll stand by that. If they make it that you can just spend $130 and you get Praetus or something, I'm out of here. However, I said I'd also have a terrible taste in my mouth and be extremely concerned and have to think about it if they had like an Arbiter Selector pack, right? Arbiters, save for Valkyria and Constance, are strictly only available from Ancient Summoning. They're supposed to be super rare. Praetus is completely broken, overpowered, a ridiculous thing to have in the game, but at least he's really rare. If you give people an avenue to just cha-ching with the Visa, MasterCard, Amex, whatever your Maestro card, whatever you're cooking with, I think it's a big problem. And here you go. We have started completely sliding down that very slippery slope I warned about over 6 months ago. And we've got this. So what is the pack? And then let's talk about math, because even though it's a terrible pay-to-win thing that I don't like, in my opinion, so many people are going to buy it, and so many people are going to be disgustedly disappointed because the odds are not in your favor. More on that in a second when we pop open this math that I have over here. Anyway, what is this? You're going to get this Legendary Hero Pact card, and as you can see, you can get 2 different Legendary Lords, which has never happened before. Never, right? Even recently when they did Cultist and Infernal, then they did Nightmare recently. I guess there's no second in Nightmare, but they've done all the normal factions now, right? And you know, when you had the Infernal one, Soul Cadence was out. You could only get Twin Fiend. They limited it to, let's actually just show you in the factions so I can fully illustrate, and then we'll already start getting into the math and wrapping this thing up. If we go to Infernal over here, right? Oh my God, am I an actual blind person? There we go. No offense to blind people. Power to you. But you know, Soul Cadence was not available. Twin Fiend was. Moreover, you know, do we have any exclusives here? We actually don't. Let me think of a better example. Cultist, Demi was not available, right? Carnelian was not available. Dirtsa was not available. Uridan was not available. It was limited to our normal heroes that we can get through blue and gold summons. Rare summoning crystals and legendary summoning crystals. The cat is officially out of the bag with this specific chaotic pack. I mean, I guess that was to be expected because you need to have a lord in the pack, and they only have ancient exclusive lords, but they've got 2 of them, and they're 2 of the very best lords in the entire game. That is going to be Ghan and Valderon. The idea, I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm just an annoying, whiny, kind of free-to-play plus, whatever you want to call me. Mock me in the comments, I don't mind. You know, little baby, but like, I think this is too pay to win. I think it leaves a nasty taste in my mouth. The idea that someone can swipe and just get Valderon from a ticket is bad. Moving over, the idea that someone can just swipe, get a ticket, and get Giselle is even worse, and that is going to happen to a bunch of people. So one's bad for a competitive reason, one is bad for a, wow, you're going to disappoint the heck out of the player base reason. Let's go through this right now. I bet a lot of people clicked on this for the math. Let's do the math. You can see I preemptively moved myself over to the side. This is what we're working with. So this is based off of the weights that were introduced way back when we did that Piercer pack I was telling you guys about. It was very simple. There were 5 normal legendary Piercer heroes that were not ancient exclusive. I believe, let's see if I can name them. It would have been Apsin, Nyx, Razok, Hex, and Calypso. And then, so just the 5 of them. And then there was the legendary Lord Araka. And it was very simple. You had the 6 heroes. The Lord got a 10% chance. The other ones got an 18% chance. 18% times the 5 non-Lords, that was a 90% chance. The remaining 10 was the Lord Araka. Perfectly clean. I didn't love it, but I was completely okay with it, right? We had this nice little distribution. It felt fair for what it was. So taking those weights, right? If we're giving non-Lords a weight of 1.8, but you can use basically saying the Razoks, the Hexes, those guys had an 18, so basically 1.8. And then instead of a 10, you give a 1 rating, a 1 weight to the Lord. We got a 1.8 times X. That's the weight that's going to be applied as we calculate what the rates are for our non-Lord heroes from this chaotic pack using the same numbers. We don't know the numbers anymore, so I can only extrapolate. I can only infer based on historic data. And then we're giving the Lords a 1 weight chance, so it's just X, right? So we can do the math. I'll just talk you through the equation so quickly. We have 12 non-Lords here. It's Admiral Claw through Valeria. So it's 12 times 1.8 times X plus 2 times X. The 2 being there's 2 Lords now, and X is going to be our base weight of 1. That has to add up to 100%. We'll multiply out and then sum together to be 100%. So we can start doing it. 22.56x, that's 12 times 1.8 times x, plus the 2x. So you can just do that in your head already. So it's going to be 24.56x equals 100%. So x equals 100% times 24.56. That means x equals 4.07%. So basically 4%. What do we get over here? And I do think these are what the rates are going to be based on all the information we have. If you buy this pack, you ka-ching with $70 of your hard-earned, 70 US dollars of your hard-earned money. That's a lot more money in other countries. If you're in Australia or Canada, that's a lot of dollars. That's a lot more than $70. you're going to ka-ching, ka-ching, and basically you're going to have an 8% chance to hit on a Lord. You're going to spend $70 for an 8% chance to hit on a Lord. If you want to throw Ardea in there, basically you're looking at about a 15% chance for your $70 purchase that you're going to get Ghan, Valderon, and Ardea. Some of you might be saying, oh no, I want Carnelian, or I want Sargok, or I want Uridan for BP, or I like Lugaru. Sure, maybe. You're buying this pack. I'd say, let me know if I'm wrong. I think 99% of you people that are going to buy this pack, which no judgment to each other, it's not your fault they added the pack. Do whatever you want with your money. If you're buying this pack, you're trying to get boom, boom, boom. I really think so. I think that's, maybe it's not 99%, maybe it's 90%. You let me know in the comments. Most people are going to want that, and I would say 85% of the people are not going to get that. Let's do a different kind of math. How many people are going to spend $70 and get an L? You know, Kata had a little glow lately. Durza, you know, we're finding uses for him. Dasami can be fun. You know, Dasami's probably going to end up with an A or an A+ as I update my tier ratings. That will actually be live. I'll be live on twitch.tv/Fastidious_GG right when this video comes out. I'll be live on Twitch with 8 other amazing creators as we update my tier list that will come out on my website. So check that out. I'm live right now. If you're watching this when it comes out, we'll be live for many hours. You know, Dasami will get an improved tier rating, but still, you're not trying to get Dasami. So if we go really quickly, it's like, you don't want to get Valeria from a chaotic pack. I mean, maybe you do, but you can get her from normal summons. But we'll say she's too good to count. She's obviously amazing, but like people with Giselle, Durza, Dasami, Admiral Claw, I know some of these guys aren't bad, but it's not what you're looking for. Kata, that's 5 of them, right? So you're looking at a equals 5 times 7.33% chance. You have a 36.6% chance, guys. 36.6% chance that you are walking out of here with one of those guys, right? You only have we'll do the actual math, and that's how we'll end it. If we just sum this, so your chance to get Ghan, your chance to get Valderon, your chance to get Ardea, you're coming out with a nice 15.47% chance that you're going to get one of those guys. You're swiping $70 for a 15 out of 100 chance you're going to get what you really, really want, where there's like a nice over 35% chance you're going to get exactly what you don't. I think it's going to have a lot of people upset. I could see someone quitting over this. They shouldn't. You should know the odds. Hopefully you watched my video beforehand. But, you know, you're going to have 7% of people, 7.33% of people strolling out of here with Giselle, maybe the worst legendary hero in the game, certainly the worst ancient exclusive, all in the name of let's make a buck and let's sell 2 of the absolute best lords in the game, and then probably the second best non-lord hero in the game in Ardea. I think it's super pay to win. I think it's nasty. I know this is what we signed up for, guys. It is a gambling game, so I want to end it with that. I'm not delusional. However, I'm concerned. Did Micah just come out and she's like the best free-to-play thing to happen to Watcher of Realms in a very long time? Yes. Am I thrilled about that? Yes. That doesn't mean this pack showing up is something I can't be absolutely kind of disgusted by. Absolutely. And we'll do one last bit of calculation. If you do want to buy the pack, I want you to have complete information. So we're going to go to a very nice website. It's fastidious.gg. We have got an offer calculator. It's hard to quantify, obviously, the value of that legendary hero pack. However, what we absolutely can do is we can quantify the value of the other items, because this is not like a negligible thing. This is important. 3,000 diamonds, 3 legendary skill crystals. So if you guys ever want to, you can always do the valuations with the pack. You can put the pack value and all that kind of stuff. So let's do that right now. 3,000 diamonds, you can see in value in USD based on our extensive research that we think that's worth $30. 3 legendary skill crystals, we think that's worth $15. We value them at $5 a piece. So we're looking at a true value of $45. And for people, right, some of you, 7.33% of you are going to get Giselle. You are going to spend $70 and you are going to get Giselle, who let's just say is worthless, right? Let's be real. I'm going to quantify her as worthless. And then you'll get this, the 3 legendary skill crystals and the 3,000 diamonds. Let's evaluate that. We value that as a terrible deal. You can see the true value is worth $45. You're spending $70. So if you're prepared, we're valuing the non-hero pack stuff at $45. If you're prepared to spend a $35 gamble for a 15% chance to get the legendary lords in Ardea, while accepting that there's probably about a 36+% chance that you're going to get a hero you're not looking for, then buy it, if you actually want to know my assessment. However, more broadly, and this is how we are going to end it for sure, let me know what you actually think. I want to know, am I crazy? Am I like a big whiny little free-to-play brat that's not actually free-to-play because I get tons of diamonds as a content creator? Or do you agree with me that this is nasty and they shouldn't just straight up be selling Ghan and Valderon, or at least pretend like they're selling Ghan and Valderon? Some people will be able to just buy them, but a lot of other people are going to be tremendously, tremendously disappointed. What do you think, guys? I know I got kind of all over the place, kind of hyped up, but this is something I've kind of deep down known was coming forever. And here it is, and I feel disgusting, and I don't know what to make of it. Let me know what you think. Share it with your mother. I've been Fastidious, and I'll see you real soon.
Fastidious.